In Greek mythology, Eros was the god of passionate love and desire. But Eros wasn't just about romantic love. He represented the fundamental creative force that drives all creation and innovation. The ancient Greeks understood something profound. The same passionate love that creates can also destroy. That the very force that brings something beautiful into existence can blind you to its flaws and lead to its downfall. This is what I call the agony of Eros. And nowhere is this more visible today than in AI product management. Two AI startups raised $230 million combined, launched products that were supposed to revolutionize how we interact with artificial intelligence, and both are now widely considered market failures. I'm starting a new series where I explore why our passionate love for AI innovation often becomes the biggest barrier to successful AI adoption. Today, I want to talk to you about what I call the passionate creation trap. Let me tell you about Rabbit and Humane, two companies that perfectly illustrate this phenomenon. Rabbit raised $200 million to build the R1, a dedicated AI assistant device. The vision was compelling. Instead of using multiple apps on your phone, you'd have one AI device that could understand natural language and perform complex tasks across different services. The founding team was genuinely passionate about this vision, and they spent years perfecting the hardware design, the AI interactions, as well as the user interface. They believed they were creating the future of human computer interaction. This was their eros, their creative passion driving them to build something revolutionary. Humane raised $30 million for the AI pin, a wearable device that would replace your smartphone entirely. You would interact with it through voice commands, gestures, and a laser projected display on your palm. The founders were convinced they were building the next paradigm shift in personal computing. Both products launched with massive hype. Tech reviewers were excited, early adopters were curious. The companies had built exactly what they envisioned. But here's where the eros became agony. Users found the Rabbit R1 slow, unreliable, and frustrating to use. Many of the promised features didn't work properly. The device couldn't actually replace smartphone apps in meaningful ways. Sales plummeted after the initial launch excitement. The human AI pin faced even harsher criticism. Users complained about poor battery life, overheating issues, interaction methods that felt awkward in real world situations. The laser projection was difficult to see in bright light. Voice only interaction proved limiting for many use cases. Both products are now cautionary tales rather than success stories. This is the agony of Eros in its purest form. The passionate creative force that drove these teams to build innovative AI products also blinded them to user reality. This pattern repeats constantly in AI product development. Teams fall deeply in love with what AI technology can do. They spend months or years perfecting their vision. They build for an idealized user who shares their enthusiasm for AI capabilities, but they ignore the signals that real users want something different. Real users don't want to learn new interaction paradigms, they want AI to enhance existing workflows, not replace familiar tools entirely, at least not for now. They want reliability over innovation. They want AI that works seamlessly within their current context, not AI that demands they adapt to new contexts. The psychological aspect of this is fascinating and painful at the same time. Product teams develop genuine emotional attachments to their AI creations. They see their algorithms improve, their interfaces evolve, their capabilities expand. It feels like raising a child. When users reject these products, it's not just business failure, it's personal heartbreak. Teams have invested so much of their identity and passion into these AI visions that market rejection feels like rejection of themselves. This is the agony. When your eros, your creative passion, leads to destruction rather than success. I've seen this pattern repeatedly in AI product development. Teams become so enamored with what their AI can do in ideal conditions that they lose sight of what users actually need in real conditions. The most successful AI products I have observed take the opposite approach. They start with deep user problems and apply AI as a solution tool, not as a primary value proposition. GitHub Copilot succeeded because it enhanced existing developer workflows rather than replacing them. ChatGPT succeeded because it provided immediate utility within familiar text based interfaces. These products use AI to solve real problems, not to showcase AI capabilities. The companies that avoid the passionate creative trap maintain ruthless focus on user outcomes rather than technological capabilities. They measure success by user behavior change, not by AI performance metrics. They also build feedback loops that force them to confront uncomfortable truths about user adoption rather than optimizing for metrics that make the technology look impressive. Here's what I found tragic about the passionate creation trap. The underlying AI technology in both Rabbit and Humane was genuinely impressive. These teams built sophisticated systems that demonstrated real technological advancement. But technological sophistication means nothing if users don't adopt your product. The agony becomes really it originates from realizing that your passion for the technology blinded you to the user reality, that your love for what AI can do prevented you from seeing what users actually needed AI to do. So essentially my takeaway is the same first principles that you've been adopting for your regular products, please apply the same for AI products as well. In the next episode of the series, I'll explore what I call the hallucination heartbreak, how AI's tendencies to confidently generate wrong information creates a different kind of product management agony. Stay tuned, follow me for more such insights, and looking forward to the next video in the series. Thank you.